What's up guys, Joe, sweet, alright. Yay, first tutorial on my new fucking place. Excited. Alright, so, fuck it, let's just go straight to it. DaVinci, great software. Obviously I prefer this thing over Premiere Pro up to this point, so I'm definitely loving it. However, if there's one thing I guess for a while I didn't really learn to utilize that much, is simply the cut page. I tried messing around with it and so on and so forth, and like this, I don't like it too much. I didn't at first, right? However, like I started to use this in a manner that works for me, and like it was accidental, and like it works better now in a sense for me, right? I'm about to show you how and why. Now I'm gonna make this quick, and then more down the line I guess I'll show you a longer process of how I work with it. But the thing I don't like about the cut page is simply that for the most part, when I'm editing like a video, I usually focus on like the audio layer, right? The track. So I can zoom in here. I use the audio a lot. Let me mute this really quick. I use the audio track a lot to make cuts, right? So if I see like a little like a fuck up here, then like I'm able to just make a cut, you know, and move up a bit, make another cut, and then I can delete that section, right? Stuff like that. That's how I usually edit my videos. I really use the audio track a lot, right? Because it gives me a visual of where there's like a delay, a fuck up, you know, some silence or whatever. If we go over to like the cut page, it's very difficult to see that track layer because you cannot expand it. But I did learn to appreciate this part more now that I started doing this, and I'm gonna show you what. Like I said, I'm gonna do this in another video, but I use Timebolt to help me cut out the delays in my video to help speed up the process, right? And then it spits out a XML file, and then like I can go to File, Import, Timeline. Then what I do is I get that XML file that I created using Timebolt. I hit open. I go through the process of importing that file. I mean, I made a video on how to do this. I'm doing this really quick. Like I said, I'll show you how to do all this later. The way how this XML file works, it duplicates the audio track. So since I usually record the mic and the desktop audio, that's 2 tracks. For some reason, it always duplicates it. So in this case, I have 4, right? We could delete the bottom 2. And I'm gonna leave these 2 tracks here at the moment, right? And I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna select the bottom audio track here. I'm gonna like go here to like the volume. I'm gonna crank it up all over to 30. Now, please, for the love of fucking God, make sure you mute this track. Obviously, you don't want to hear that. If you want, you can go to the extra step of selecting it, right click, and you can deselect to see how it says enable clip. Click on that, and it goes gray. So that way, it's both muted and disabled, right? That way, you know, you don't fuck up your hearings. Okay, just to clarify, when I was saying like I have like 2 audio tracks being recorded in my OBS, the audio for my mic and for the desktop. In this situation, this track is just a duplicate of my mic, right? So it's not the desktop audio. Just want to clarify that. So basically this is a duplicate of this, right? So in other words, if for whatever reason, like you were to import your project file and you only had one like audio track like this, you can just click on this. You can hold Alt, click and move down and let go, and it will duplicate that for you, right? Now you can just zoom in and make sure everything is aligned right. So zoom out, select it all, again mute this, crank the shit up to 30, and then you can right click while everything is selected and disable it, right? And again, I have 2 extra tracks here in the bottom, and that's mainly gonna work as a spacer, right? If I go back to the cut page, now check this out. Let's see if we go in the middle. So I have 2 extra spacers here in the bottom. It just helps me give some space here in the bottom, so it just helps me so I can move my mouse here and click from the bottom up. It just helps. But look at my audio track. Look what I did. Basically, this track here is almost like I tricked the cut page to expand my audio tracks by duplicating it, right? So I have like the bottom layer, which is maxed out, so everything is clipping right, but the layer on top of it, that's the audio that I'm working with. So it almost works like the tips of this audio track, right? So in other words, this section here is like the bottom half of my audio track or my audio waveform, and the top track here is like the tips of my audio waveform, right? So basically it works almost as a visual for me to be able to like edit now with using my audio waveforms, right? The cool thing about the cut page that I do like, honestly, is that it does help me do my rough cut faster. That's how I started using it. The cool thing about the cut page that is that it does like the ripple trim for you automatically. So if I select this and if I hit backspace, See, it does like the whole ripple trim like back for you, right? So you don't have to do any commands or anything extra. It trims everything for you and it's a lot faster, right? I use my shortcuts as well. So let's just say this. So, you know, I can just like use my shortcuts, you know, trim faster, move back a bit. Okay, and if I want to delete this, I can just select it and I can hit delete and it ripple trims everything for me. So it's a lot faster now. I mean, because now, like I said, I have like my own, I basically increased the size of my waveform visually. I'm able to use this cut page a lot better. I really wish they would do this off the bat, but in a way, this is almost like a little hack. It's now more usable for me by me doing this, right? So anyways. Alright, so yes, I'm glad I discovered this because it makes the cut page more usable for me when I do my rough cuts. And that's mainly what I'm using it for, just doing rough cuts. I don't use it for adding b-roll, none of that shit. Once I start adding b-roll, then I just use the edit page for that. But anyways, if the video found you helpful, here's some QR codes if you want to help me buy some caffeine. If you want to send me caffeine, you can go to my my page and go to like the bell section and like have my personal mailbox there if you guys want to do that. But anyways, that's all I got for you. I hope this video is helpful. Talk to you guys later. Peace.